You guys ask me questions, I'm going to answer them. It's that simple. So let's jump into it. Oh, and thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. So, Gorilla Fan 2618, a legend, absolute legend of the channel, asked me a question, and it's a very poignant question, one that needs to be answered. Do you think we should normalise farting? Because I think we should. Look, man, farting is normalised, just not in public. And my mantra, my philosophy is better out than in, you know? But there are certain ways you can go about farting discreetly, respectfully. Sometimes you know how bad it's going to smell before it leaves. And if you're going to subject a room full of people to an absolute bombshell of a fart, then it's up to you. It's up to your moral compass to figure that one out for you, bro. But look, sometimes you don't want to be sat there with bad stomach cramps for the sake of common decency. So, it's up to you. Gorilla Fan also asks, what is your favourite animal and why? Well, my favourite animal is a rabbit because they are adorable, and I used to have rabbits as pets when I was little. I was born with a pet rabbit for a brother. His name was Gizmo, and he was the best. He was a white lop. He was so adorable, man. I miss Gizmo. Rest in peace, Gizmo. Big ups. You're a legend. If you're watching this from heaven, bunny heaven, I miss you, Gizmo. I had a handful of other pet rabbits. One called Ben, one called Wilbur, one called Emily. Been through a few rabbits in my time, and it got to the point where I just felt it was too sad. And my family agreed it was too sad losing a pet, and we didn't want to put ourselves through it anymore, so we didn't have pets anymore after that. But my favourite animal is a rabbit by far, because they're incredible. They've got such good personality. And final question from Gorilla Fan, what's your favourite country other than the UK? My answer to that, because I know you're from there, Gorilla Fan, it's got to be Pakistan, simply because it has brought Gorilla Fan 2618 into this universe, and that is the only reason why Pakistan is my favourite country other than the UK. Brian Walling also asks, hi Rob, love your ASMR. You're one of a few ASMR artists I can fall asleep to, so thank you for the videos. My question to you is your thoughts on the LGBT plus community. I mean, that is a question, isn't it? I can't say I have huge thoughts on the LGBTQ plus community, other than it seems to be a very empowering and safe community. It's one that I'm not a part of personally, but I have many close friends who are a part of that community, and it seems very welcoming, very accepting. I think that's a positive thing, and that's all I'm going to say, because I don't feel the most qualified to speak on the matter. But thank you, Brian Halling, for your question and for the kind words. I'm glad that I'm one of the few ASMR artists you can actually fall asleep to, so you're a legend, and big ups to the LGBTQ plus community. Oh no, I've missed some questions from Gorilla Fan here. They gave me two more. Okay, I'm going to circle back to Gorilla Fan for 1 second. Who's your favourite ASMR artist? Well, I've got news for you, man. It was Patrick's ASMR. I made videos highly inspired by Patrick's ASMR. I even impersonated the guy for a video. I replicated his style and gave that a go. And then the other week, I stumbled across a 20-minute video on his TikTok basically admitting to drink driving and being an edgelord online that included distasteful jokes. And look, I'm not going to sit here and chat shit about the guy, but it put me off him as a person a little bit. I lost a lot of respect for him. That being said, his ASMR is still fire, but somebody I don't really aspire to be anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I aspire to be as good at it as him at ASMR, that's for sure. I don't aspire to drink drive and post rude comments online though, that's not really my style. But I tell you what, a channel I've been watching a lot of recently, there's two. There's one called Hi-Fi ASMR, let me make sure I'm getting that right because he changes his channel name from time to time. I'm pretty sure it's Hi-Fi ASMR, it used to be like Hi-Fi Bay Whale ASMR, yeah it's just Hi-Fi ASMR, 33,000 subscribers. The guy posts, like, I'm looking at his channel now, the guy posts like 7 videos a day. His work ethic is insane. Some personal favourites from him are Skippity Autism ASMR Morning. I nabbed a video idea where you have 8 minutes to shut up and go to bed. That was a good video. Yeah, this guy's just a wonder of the internet. I don't know how he posts so much content. I don't know how he has the time, unless he is a full-time ASMR artist, which he very much might be, the amount of views he pulls in. However, yeah, Hi-Fi ASMR is up there, and also Tiny Cabin Candy ASMR. I know a lot of you guys watch his videos. I've tried reaching out to him, but I've not had or heard anything back yet. I'd love to make a collab video with Tiny Cabin Candy ASMR, but he's in America, and he mainly does public ASMR videos, which are just like mad relaxing. So I don't know how a collab would work, but yeah, Tiny Cabin Candy ASMR, the go. Okay, what other questions do we have? Okay, another one from Gorilla Fan. This is the last one now, promise. Gorillas or bears? Which one do you think would win in a fight, and how? So you've got one gorilla versus one bear. I think on a weight basis, let's do some research here. How much does a gorilla weigh? About 150 kilograms. How much does a bear weigh? Okay, that's in pounds. In kg. Between 150 and 300 kilograms. Okay, let's say it's an even playing field, right? Let's say they weigh the same. I think a gorilla wins every day. The speed to beat a bear. The longer limbs. I think gorillas are just built to beat the shit out of bears, to be honest with you. I would put my money on the gorilla to win in a fight. And that is all. Sid_M8782 commented, is ASMR content the only type of content you want to create? Are there any other types of videos you're interested in making in the future, or that you have just tried in the past? Well, there's something I've mentioned before. I'm a freelance videographer, video editor, soon to be starting work as a full-time videographer and video editor. And filmmaking content is something I have been creating and posting for a long time. My own short films, my own travel videos on my Instagram, things like that. And yeah, it's that kind of content I love, and I would love to start posting long form content to YouTube and hopefully have some of you guys check it out, which I will do in the future, but not quite yet. I want to wait until this channel's grown a bit more before I share my personal filmmaking with it, but I promise you that time will come. I also ran another YouTube channel. It's like 10 years old now. Since I was a kid, I used to post videos on there, like gaming videos, vlogs, like everything. You know, a lot of them were crap. And then I started to get good. And then I went to uni and stopped, and then started ASMR, the whole thing. But I've posted content in the past, and I would love to start posting more stuff about filmmaking in a long form sense to YouTube, if I can generate an audience for it. So, there's your answer, Sid. Grey Error 1 asks, would you ever try any ASMR you dislike, like mouth sounds, or is that something you'll never do? Like, I've made it clear what I dislike. some things have changed. I said I'd never do a mukbang video, and I kind of did one with tea and biscuits, and it wasn't that bad. It didn't really gross me out maybe as much as I thought it would, and I quite enjoyed it. I just got to eat stuff, so I'm not entirely closed off. Roleplay videos are another one. I said I was maybe not up for that, and then I kind of did it with like this webcam call with a friend video, stuff like that. I felt like it's not too avant-garde. I could get into. It's like it's still me, but it's kind of the video's got a purpose, a direction. But to be honest, yeah, mouth sounds. I've been considering doing a mouth sounds video just because so many people have asked for it now. Like, the issue for me is, right, I know friends watch my videos. I know my girlfriend watches my videos. And I feel like they just take the piss if I did something like that. And I know it's so stupid to be in my own head about that. Like, mouth sounds, I would give it a go. I think unintelligible whispers, that kind of thing, I want to have a go at, see if I'm any good at it. There's still that little voice in the back of my brain that people are going to judge you for doing it, even though I know it's probably not the case. Like, they don't care enough. But yeah, I think that I'm open to doing. The one I definitely will never do is like spit related videos. I'm never touching them. Like, spit painting is disgusting, man. Awful stuff. I do not enjoy it at all. I don't enjoy listening to it. I'll definitely never be doing it. Same kind of goes for, I don't know, some role plays that I draw the line at. Like, I can't think of an example specifically, but personal attention that's like way too personal. I've seen people doing like kissing videos, you know, stuff like that is too far for me. So yeah, there is a line, but that line is slowly crossing some of it with like the tea and biscuits video I did. Kind of contradicted myself saying I'd never do a mukbang, but here we are. So thank you for your question. Neon, I can't pronounce the name, what's your channel name? Neo2NXO asks, Canon or Sony for photography? Now, I have a Sony camera, and it's an FX3, so it does photography and video, so that's what I'm used to. However, I think for purely photography purposes, Canon are clear of Sony. When it comes to video, I think Sony are clear of Canon. I can't say I've done much photography with Canon cameras, but in my limited experience and seeing, you know, friends who are photographers use their cameras, like the R5C, for example, is a great stills camera. I think it's very powerful, and I think Canon might have Sony beaten for photography. Neon also asks, what got you into filmmaking? That's simple. I watched YouTube religiously as a kid, and as soon as I was old enough to make videos, I wasn't old enough, but I was given a tablet, a Samsung tablet, for Christmas when I was 11, and I made a Google account, and I started posting YouTube videos, because I just wanted to replicate all of the people I watched online at the time, and that's what got me started, and I carried on doing it throughout high school, throughout college, and eventually studying it at university, and the passion just grew from there when I realised you can actually have a career in making videos. Like, that's, for me, that's what I want to do, and now I'm doing it. So from a young age, I was just inspired by the internet, and it's transitioned into full-on filmmaking. Neon also asks, favourite food? Well, I love a burger. I do love a burger. However, like, all-time favourite comfort meal is spaghetti carbonara, without a doubt. I've not had it in ages, but I love spaghetti carbonara. I could eat it all day, every day. Spaghetti carbonara. Oh yeah. Finally, final question from Neon is, does car photography take no skill? I've got no idea, but I'm inclined to say it does take shutter speed right. Maybe you want to do long exposure, there's so much skill that can go into it if you want it to. And I think just as much the post-production of taking photos. I've done car photography once. I did photos at a car meet, and I spent 4 times as long editing the photos than I did shooting them. And it was a process, like the amount of effects you can do to make the cars really look like new, look special. Like, I think there's definitely a skill to that. So thank you for the questions, Neon. Moving on to Sotsu. What's a trigger that you love doing but hate listening to? It's probably the sound of my own voice. Just like whispering. Might sound strange, but I can't watch my own videos. I mean, I can. I don't hate myself, but I don't get tingles from my own voice. It's just like it weirds me out. But I know that's not really answering your question. It's a tingle I love doing, but I hate listening to. Damn, that is a really tough question. I feel like I do the triggers that I personally enjoy. Just kind of looking around at me. Maybe scissors, actually. Like, I don't hate it, but it doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't give me tingles, but I know a lot of people love scissor triggers. I enjoy doing it because I've always got a pair of scissors next to me in my drawer, and it's quite easy to just mix it in a trigger assortment video. But I don't really care for it that much, so I hope that answers your question. Split Ends 22 asks, what is your meal deal? Great question. What is my meal deal? If I go in Tesco's, it's a chicken triple, where you get chicken and sweet corn, chicken mayo, and chicken and stuffing. Incredible sandwich combo. You get 3 for the price of 2. Like, they cost the same as the 2 sandwich options. Along with that, this is controversial. This is very controversial, but I love getting the sushi from Tesco. They rarely have it in. I love sushi, and if not sushi, I'm gonna get called out for this, but carrots and hummus. Sushi's first choice, but carrot and hummus is always there because nobody fucking likes it apart from me, apparently. Carrot and hummus is just, I love hummus, man. I've always had carrot sticks and hummus since a kid. Yeah, call me weird. I love that. And then again, the drink. It's gotta be like a fruit smoothie, a mango fruit smoothie, whether it's a naked one or an innocent smoothie. A mango smoothie always hits. But sometimes if I'm getting one, I need some caffeine, I might get a Monster. But 9 times out of 10 it's a smoothie. So I want to know what your meal deal is. Split Ends 22, if you're watching this, what's your meal deal? Let me know down below. Druden asks, what is your opinion about Sweden and would you want to visit? Sweden seems like a wonderful country, and it is definitely somewhere that is high up on my list of places to visit. I've never been to Sweden, but I would absolutely love to go. I know there are Swedish islands around the capital. Why am I forgetting the name of the capital? Let me just... What are the Swedish islands? I want to go there. What are the Swedish islands? I think it's like Gotland and Åland. I would love to visit. Yeah, around Stockholm. It's the islands around Stockholm. I think it's like Stadsholmen, Kungsholmen, those areas. I want to visit that area. I also want to visit Lund, but it's like the complete opposite side of the country. It's like a 7-hour drive to Lund from Stockholm. I would want to see both sides of Sweden. I want to try the food. I love my food. I'd love to experience Swedish food properly. And I also have a few friends in Sweden. People I've not spoken to in a little while, but people like friends that have used to game with on PlayStation for like years. It was strange. I'll go into it, but I have a couple of friends from Sweden that I knew from playing like Overwatch as a kid. I don't know if I'd see them, but potentially. Anyway, Sweden seems like a cool place and I want to go. Gameboy2142 asks, what's your favourite sport to watch, if you have any? Or if you don't, what's your favourite war movie? And have you ever seen Legend? Okay, my favourite sport to watch is easily football. I'm British, you know, I love watching my football. It's pretty much the only sport I watch and have a vested interest in. I do watch rugby sometimes, like rugby league, but mainly football. If I don't, what's my favourite war movie? I'm gonna answer it anyway. My favourite war movie is 1917. Fantastic film. I recommend you watch it if you haven't. And have you ever seen Legend? Let me get this right, because I know there's like two films. I've seen I Am Legend, but I think Legend is a different film. Oh, yeah, Reggie and Ronnie, the identical twins. Yeah, Tom Hardy plays two characters. I have seen Legend a while ago. I think when it came out. Legend's a great film as well. I've seen I Am Legend and I've seen Legend. Both great films. Love them both. So, thank you very much for the questions, Game Boy. Visual0237 asks, what's your favourite album or song? My favourite album of all time. I feel like I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't really have a favourite standout album. The first one that comes to mind is probably 17 Going Under by Sam Fender. Big Sam Fender fan. You know, since that album dropped, I'd listen to it non-stop and I always come back to it. I love Sam Fender. But recently, still had a lot of Jim Legacy on rotation. Jim Legacy's new album is so good. The music videos they've been dropping are insane. It's just called Black British Music 2025. It's a quality album. It just tickles my brain. It's got that right mix of like hip hop and like production that's sort of like EDM-ish. It's just so upbeat, good vibes. Like 06 Wayne Rooney, Father, Stick, 3X, I Banged Us Nice in Canada Water, all great songs. So yeah. David Simon Alejandro asks, hello, I hope you're doing well. If possible, can I ask what your height is? Also, are you currently studying or working? Only if you're comfortable sharing this. I will happily share this information. I'm 6 foot and 2 inches. Or in centimetres, I'll find that out for you. 6 foot 2 inches in cm. It's 188 centimetres. And what am I doing? I finished studying in July this year and I'm about to start a full-time job at a video production company. But I'm currently freelancing until then. So, yeah, that's as much as I'll share. I'm not going to tell you where it is because I value privacy to an extent. Please don't dox me. Thanks. Barely Existing asks, thank you for the question by the way, David. Barely Existing asks, okay, this is going to be nerdy on my end, but have you ever watched or read anime? If so, which one? This also goes to asking, is anime mainstream in the UK as it is in the US? Great question. I've been watching the shit out of Attack on Titan. I've been binge watching Attack on Titan. I've watched a couple of anime shows in the past. I've seen One Punch Man. I've seen... he says he punches the mic. Very sorry about that. I've seen One Punch Man. I've seen Parasite, The Maxim, Slept On Anime. That's very good. And I've seen the first season of Sword Art Online. The second season was ass. I didn't finish that one. Sword Art Online, good anime. Also Pokemon I watched as a kid. That was like my first experience with anime. But Attack on Titan, I know it's like the most popular anime ever, but it's like that for a reason, right? I watched it before, got to season 3, and then when season 4 fully released, I was like, right, I'm gonna go back and rewatch everything, and I'm doing it now. I'm on season 3 again. I'm just about to get to the juicy stuff in season 4. So yeah, it's quality. I've never read manga, though, if that's what you inspired me to read, it would be Attack on Titan. And this also goes to asking, is it mainstream in the UK? Not as mainstream, it's nowhere near as popular in the UK, but it still has its audience in the UK for sure. I've got friends that watch it. I think just less so than the US, but the US population is a lot bigger. So I don't know, I can't speak for everybody in the UK, but I know it's nowhere near as mainstream as it is in the US. Happy Human Yay asks, what music / artists / bands do you enjoy? So you mentioned Jim Legacy and Sam Bender earlier. This is a niche one for you, but I've been listening a lot to a band called Headache. They're really good, like background music. It's like existential ramblings to like beats in the background. They've just come out with a brand new album called Thank You for Almost Everything. It's really good, and I think you guys would enjoy Headache, so I recommend you give them a listen because they're a very, very unique group. What else have I been listening to? What else have I been listening to? What else have I been listening to? A band called Step Over. I've been listening to some older stuff like The Cure. I've been getting into The Cure a little bit recently. I still love my EDM dance music, like house music when I'm in the gym. I love bashing a bit of that. Even some dubstep. This guy called Chime. I used to listen to Chime in like high school. I've been getting back into him. Brandon Nemard, a London-based rapper. Names Bliss, another like UK rapper. I like hip hop as well. I used to be really into Kendrick Lamar. Not so much these days. Yeah, man. I mean, I listen to a bit of everything. That's a cop-out answer. Radiohead, Tyler the Creator. Quadeca's albums recently have been insane. If you know who Quadeca is, like YouTube rapper turned mainstream artist, he smashed it. But yeah, man. Oh no, JPEG Mafia as well, that's another big one. I love JPEG Mafia. Yeah, I hope that's given you some insight into my music taste. I'm not like the biggest music buff in the world, so I don't have a really detailed answer for you, but ladies and gentlemen, that is all the questions I have for this video. Thank you so much for sending them in. This is the second Q&A I've done, and I really enjoy doing them, so if you didn't get the chance to submit to this video, leave a question in the comment section below. I'll get back to you, I'll answer it down there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. The channel is growing so quickly, and I absolutely love it. So, with that being said, I'll see you in tomorrow's video.